it's Sabrina. So today I'm going to be talking about my favorite books. As you guys can see by the title, a lot of you guys requested for me to talk about what kinds of books I like to read and just kind of my favorite reads and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a crazy reader. I love to read so much. I actually enjoy it more than anything to do in my free time. And so throughout the summer, whenever I have a break, throughout winter, anytime that I can, I hit up the library and I go crazy with the books. I've already read 7 books. I've been back for like a week now, so that says a lot, right? I like to read a lot, so I sometimes read 2 books per day, and they're each about 300 to 400 pages. So sometimes I'll spend hours upon hours just getting lost in a book. And I love reading more than like watching television, anything like that. I don't know why, but reading, like, I feel it's like more exciting, and it's more, I don't know, something I want to keep on doing. Like, I can't stop when I start reading. And it's not like TV where I get bored, I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't know, I don't find it as interesting. And books are just so much fun because you can just cuddle up and get lost in a different world. And whenever I'm reading, like, I literally cannot hear anything else. I can't hear when my sister calls me, I can't hear when my parents tell me it's time for dinner, and I love that. I love that feeling of being absorbed into something. So reading is one of my favorite pastimes. And I don't know, since day one when my mom taught me how to read my very first book, which was about losing your teeth, I haven't been able to stop. I wonder if you guys can guess what kind of novels I like. You probably can. You guys know that I'm a hopeless romantic, so you guys probably know that I like love stories and stuff like that. So I am into like the teenage love stories. I love those, like plot twists, but I really like these kinds of stories. So that's, I do get a lot of like romantic love stories. But also including that, I like action, I like mystery, I like dystopian, utopian societies and books about that. I think those are so cool. I'm into fantasy, I like things about fairy tales, I like things about like supernatural beings, magical beings. I really like medieval books because I don't know why, I always feel like if I had to choose like a time to be alive, I would want it to be during the medieval times because I think that that's the coolest time period to be alive. I've always dreamed of being like a girl in one of those like poofy dresses and then my knight in shining armor coming to save me. I don't know. I'm so weird. But yeah, so I'm into like those kinds of books. It's kind of like a variety, but I always like when they have a little bit of romance in the books because you always need a little bit of romance, like to spice it up. So I'm going to be talking about 5 out of the 7 books that I've read so far because I already gave back the 2 books, and then I'll talk to you guys about how I find my books, what other books I will probably be reading this summer, what else I'm interested in. So I'm going to get started. The first book, one of the books that I read is called Perfect Chemistry. It's by Simone Elkelis, and this is actually one of the books that I found in the top 13 young adult novels for the summer and books that I should check out for the summer because I was looking it up online and this was one of them. And this book is it was so good. I'm just going to read you guys the back. At Fairfield High School on the outskirts of Chicago, everyone knows that Southsiders and Northsiders aren't exactly compatible elements. So when head cheerleader Brittany Ellis and gang member Alex Fuentes are forced to be lab partners in chemistry class, the results are bound to be explosive. But neither teen is prepared for the most surprising chemical reaction of all, love. Can they break through the stereotypes and misconceptions that threaten to keep them apart? Sounds a lot like the West Side Story. It kind of is, but it's a very happy ending. Let's just put it that way. I really like that this ending is super happy. So I recommend you check that book out. It was so good. It was so cute. I cannot put this book down. I read it like nonstop, crazy, and I read it in a day. So it was a really good book. Definitely recommend you guys check it out. The next book that I really liked is called The Pledge. This is by Kimberly Durting, and this one is more of like a utopian, dystopian society. This one I also could not put down. This was probably my favorite one that I picked out of all the books that I read. It was so good. In the violent country of Ludania, the classes are strictly divided by the language they speak. The smallest transgression, like looking a member of a higher class in the eye while they are speaking in their native tongue, results in immediate execution. 17-year-old Carolina has always been able to understand the languages of all classes, and she spent her life trying to hide her secret. The only place she can really be free is the drug-fueled underground clubs where people go to shake off the oppressive rules of the world they live in. It's there that she meets a beautiful, mysterious boy named Max, who speaks a language she's never heard before, and her secret is almost exposed. Charlie is intensely attracted to Max, even though she can't be sure where his real royalties lie. As the emergency drills become real emergencies and the violence escalates, it becomes clear that Charlie is the key to something much bigger, her country's only chance or freedom from the terrible power of a deadly regime. That says it all, guys. Perfect book, action, adventure, mystery, and romance. Like, this book was so good. You just check it out, please. Okay, and those two were my absolute favorite. Then I also read, this is the book that I just finished today. It was called Death Sworn, and it's by Leah Cypis, which was also another one of the recommendations online that I found to read. And this one is about Eleni is losing her magic, and that means she's losing everything. Her status as the renegade sorcerer's most powerful rising star, her purpose in life, the boy she loves, her home. Exiled to teach sorcery to the assassins hidden deep within the mountains, she expects no one will ever hear from her again. The last two tutors died within weeks of each other. As Eleni unravels the mystery surrounding their deaths, she'll uncover secrets that have been kept for decades, and she'll find an unexpected ally and dangerous new love. But even he may not be able to protect her, not when she's willing to risk everything. Really good book. It was really intense and very surprising because I didn't expect the ending, and also the ending leaves you wanting to know like what's going to happen. I think there's going to be another book hopefully because you really want to know what's going to happen. I definitely like this book a lot. It just shows like how I kind of like magical fairy tales, fantasies like that, and this book definitely fulfilled that. The one that I liked is called Life Eternal, a Dead Beautiful novel, and this is just like about a girl who is in love with someone who's of the undead, and she has to, and she's also trying to figure out a secret about how she can make her true love immortal because she doesn't want him to die. This was a really cool novel. Definitely recommend you check it out. But I also have read the Divergent series, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have read that series. I loved Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant. Such a good series. I just couldn't stop reading those. If you haven't read them yet, read them. Really good books. And also, like, I really like Harry Potter. Like, I loved Harry Potter. I'm gonna have like a marathon watching the movies again. That was my absolute favorite series because I'm so into fantasy. These are the other books that I'm interested in reading. Two of them I actually found in a BuzzFeed article, which was talking about books that are like in the Fault in Our Stars, and I actually haven't read that. I really want to read it, but there's like 30. When I was looking to place it on hold and to get it, there was like 30 other people wanting it, so we'll see when I get to finally read that. But these are the books that I've been looking at reading. So one of them is called Every Day by David Levitin, Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han, To All the Boys I've Ever Loved, also by Jenny Han, and The Here and the Now by Anne Brashares, and Jellicoe Road by Melina Marchetta, and they're kind of like the same. A lot of them have to do with like people struggling, teenagers struggling, then finding hope, finding love. Most of them involve like romance or like teen romance and stuff like that, but once I read them, I will talk to you guys more about them and let you know like how I like them. But that is it for my favorite books, kind of my favorite genre, books that I've liked, series, and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what books you like. If you kind of have similar tastes to mine and you've read some really good books, please comment down below. I would love to check them out. I'm always open to any suggestions when it comes to books because I just love reading so much. But thanks so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun talking about my favorite books. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye guys.